Hi YouTube, it's Julie. Good to see you. Today I am exhausted, and the reason I'm exhausted is because, two reasons. One, my job is freaking insane because I work at a hotel, and I do the breakfast shift at the hotel for the guests, or whoever wants to come in, really. And, today, as well as yesterday, we have this kind of graduation thing for some college, so we have over 20 rooms. For the last 2 days and for the rest of this week. So we have a full buffet, which means I don't have to give out menus. We have French toast and quiche or whatever you want. That's all up there, and you can serve yourself, and I have to do coffee. But for whatever reason, it's just hectic because I'm constantly running around. I'm cleaning up plates. I'm bringing them water. I am bringing them coffee. I am grabbing butter and miscellaneous crap that isn't out and refilling the table. So I'm constantly running. It's not like a cakewalk where I just walk around with the coffee. It's like, do you want more coffee, sir? No, that's not how it is. I'm constantly running and I'm constantly freaking out. So it's a fairly stressful time, although it's good money. But anyway, I can't stand these people because they show up before breakfast even starts. Breakfast starts at 7 in the morning. They show up at like 6:50, and they're just kind of milling around, watching me and watching the freaking table as I'm putting food down before I even put the freaking food down. And then they just swarm like bees or something. I don't even know. And then they just come and they sit, and it's just havoc for the first hour that I'm there. And the only analogy to like kind of have you picture what it's like I could come up with is that if you go to a beach, you know, your local beach, or if you go on vacation and you go to the beach, or even like in a parking lot or something, and you see seagulls, right? Or pigeons if you don't know what a seagull is, or something like that. And you'll be eating something like chips or fries or hot dog, I don't know, whatever you eat. And they're just watching you. And it's like they kind of mill around you, and they just stare at you with their their beady little birdie eyes, and it makes you so unsettled that you're like, alright, I just need them to stop, so you throw them a fry, and then they just fucking swarm everywhere. That's exactly what it was like. So, not joking around, this is what happens. Anyway, the second reason, and more exciting reason, that I'm so tired, is I went to Elvis Costello's concert in Beacon Theater in the city last night, and I was very excited because I really like Elvis Costello, and I bet you're excited that I went because you know who Elvis Costello is. At least I thought everyone knew who Elvis Costello was, because he's kind of a famous person. He's a big musician. He wrote Allison, and he wrote Allison's Big. Everyone knows who the song Allison, or Veronica, or hundreds of songs, probably, okay? But you know who he is, right? He's a musician. He's got these great glasses that are like Buddy Holly, and he wears cool hats. He's been around for a very, very long time, but it just, it drives me crazy because I was talking to my friend, Cinnabuns, I've mentioned her before, and on the phone I'm telling her, oh yeah, I went to go see Elvis Costello, and she was like, really, who's that? And I was like, what? How do you not know? And I kind of get it, because it wasn't for my generation. It was more my parents' generation that people know who they are, who he is, I'm sorry. But, I mean, the Beatles weren't in my generation, and Tom Waits wasn't in my generation, and you know, all these people aren't in my generation, but everyone knows who the fuck they are. That's insane. That doesn't make sense. I mean, you can't go up and be like, hey, yeah, you know, the Beatles or John Lennon. It's like, no, never heard of them. No, that's never happened to you in your entire life, and you know it. You know it. Because they're famous. That's like saying you don't know who Gandhi is. It's Gandhi. Anyway, sorry, getting up all in your grill area. But it's just, I don't understand how that happens to people. Like, how do you just not know just because it's not in our generation? I mean, I don't understand how that is, because they're famous. It's not some obscure, weird band that only I listen to and a handful of other people, like the Early November and Brand New. okay? Or it's not like that, okay? It's a big person. That's like, to put it in YouTube terms, it's like Naramon, okay? Or Charlie is so cool. Like, you know who they freaking are, okay? I watch them, you watch them. You can't say that you don't know who they are, okay? It's just, how do you... It's frustrating. It's really frustrating for me. It's actually a new thing. If you ever see me, and if I meet you, and I say, oh, do you know who Elvis Costello is? And you say no, I'm never speaking to you ever again. You don't have to like Elvis Costello. I mean, as artists go, I like him very much. He's not really in my top 5 of people, but I like him. He's got good music. And you don't have to like the person. But it's just, know who he is. That's all. That's all I ask from you. Know who Elvis Costello is. Alright.